I have just gotten word that we have another new reward. If you donate $10 or more, $10, you have a chance of winning a signed copy of Destiny 2 by Neil Kaplan. I am being told that we are ready for our next run of TMNT, the HyperStone Heist by LRock. Take it away.
How's everybody doing?
All right. Groovy.
Cool. Support, I like it. I like it. All right, everybody, my name is LRock617. On my couch today, I have Substyly, Sharif. Thank you so much to Calithon for allowing me to be here today. So this is a game I'm going to be running for the Sega Genesis, hardest difficulty, and this is just a personal setting that I have on. It just turns off a mechanic that we really don't need. We're going to go ahead and get her started. For those who don't know, this is a beat-em-up that was released for the Sega Genesis back in 1992 as kind of a cousin to Turtles in Time, so there's going to be a lot of similarities, some not as similar. So we'll get to that here in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and pick Raphael because he's the best character.
Best
and
turtle.
We're going to be ready on time here in just a moment.
We'll have words about that.
Going to be 3, 2, 1, go. The first thing we're going to see for Raph here is Raph does the most damage when he's in dash animation. Like, way more than any other turtle. Similar in Turtles and how it works in Turtles in Time. Big difference for this game, though. In this game, you actually get a dash button. You don't have to do, like, double tap dash inputs. So you're going to see a lot of stuff like this. It's cool setups. Slide is one we're going to be using quite a bit of because it's invincible. So you get a slide set up here on this barrel. Take those guys out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Missing that guy was bad. Game is also very execution intensive, so you're going to see quite a few mistakes in terms of like, oh, I wanted that dash move, but I got this one instead. There's one example right there. Another move you're going to see a lot of is this flip tackle. Does the most damage of any of Raph's repertoire. Pretty bad. Start it there. Cool. Thought I got that there. Had to get some coordination going there. That was a little rough. Man, I can't get a double kill today for all. Pick these guys out here. So a lot of what we want to do in this game is primarily enemy grouping. Most of the damage we're doing, we're trying to do to multiple foot soldiers all at once. So you see a lot of setups like this where slide is just going to take out multiple guys in a row, then we set up for another one. Outside of flip tackle, no move actually kills any foot soldiers directly. So it's the most that we're going to get out of pretty much anything. It does 20 damage, and foot soldiers have a static 17 health. Whereas our second highest damage move does 16, which is super convenient because that's one less than we need. Notice the sarcasm there. Ugh. These kunai guys are annoying. They can go airborne. Got a cool setup here. I'm going to go for a triple kill. Only got 2. That's fine. Getting knocked down is no good, and that's one of Raph's biggest issues. Getting hit with Raph is really bad, because not only does he take the most damage out of any of the turtles, he also suffers the worst knockback. So we're going to see stuff like that happen a lot. Got a cool setup here, where we're going to actually go for a despawn trick. That guy wasn't cooperating, but we got him out of there. But we got the yellow guy to go away, so that's cool. Only time we're going to see pizza power in this game. One hit kills anything it comes into contact with, which is really strong. It's too bad we don't see more of them. You do on lower difficulties, but on hard you only get the one. That was unfortunate. Kind of anticipated it, though. Get this guy popping out. Going to have some sections of soldiers appear here. There we go. This is the setup I tend to like to go for. Just try to keep him against the wall as best I can. That was gross. Take that guy out. Going to pop right in the manhole. Maybe my favorite music track in the game. Most of the music in this game is actually ported over from Turtles in Time, just on a Genesis soundboard. That was unfortunate. But this is one of the few original tracks. Sounds really, really cool. A little bit of a rough time there. A couple setups we're going to have here. Slide into those guys. We got one more guy who's going to delay his incoming. Oh. That setup's hard. You actually have to realign yourself to get that one. So yeah, a lot of what you're going to see, as I mentioned before, is setup style moves where you're actually trying to go for like a slide or a dash special because it takes out multiple enemies in front of you, whereas a flip tackle, as strong as it is, generally only going to take out one enemy at a time unless they're grouped perfectly together. But these pizza monsters, we're just going to avoid them. There's no reason to interact with these guys. They don't impede or help our run at all.
This is just an auto-scroller.
More or less. You just kind of have to wait it out. Ugh, a little off there. Not my best work there, but it's fine. All right, on to our first boss. Here we have Leatherhead. Not a very difficult boss, but there is a certain sequence of moveset that we need to get an optimal fight. So we're going to go for that. Flip tackle into 2 shoulders into special, which drains our health, is ideal. And I'll get into why special is important here in a moment. Solid fight. So special's important there because it, thank you. Special's actually important there because it drains our health. So I didn't get all I wanted out of that because I missed a couple of those inputs. At the end of the stage, it actually counts down your health. So the less health you have, the more frames you save. Minor auto-scroller here to open up stage 2. We're just going to chill out up here in the top left. Essentially all we're doing is we're just dodging enemies. This guy we have to actually get out of the way of, though. Those guys that throw the kunai, you have to make sure that they're not going to even be in your wheelhouse when they do that, because if the kunai even comes close to touching you or does touch you, then they get to come in and just try to hit you, and they usually do. So I tend to just want to avoid those guys together. Hit the box for fun. Get these hot jams, though. I don't know about that.
Reset.
The boxes, unfortunately, are not pizza. They don't refill my health. All they are is just points. Jump that.
It's a high score run, right?
Oh, yeah. Score attack all day. Get out of the way of that guy. This guy's going to come after me. Got some floating mousers. I don't know when they gained wings or jetpacks, but that's cool, I guess. Move up here.
It's the 90s, man.
Everything had jetpacks. Wait, aren't they supposed to have jetpacks now? I thought that's how the future was supposed to work.
That's true. You got me there.
All right, second sequence. Pretty cool room with a really good song. Here we have the mysterious ghost ship. I don't know how a ghost ship ever factored into TMNT lore, but I'm willing to run with it. That was unfortunate. Missed a dash input there. And as I mentioned before, execution for this is a little wonky. Missing even a single dash input can cost you a pretty decent amount of time. That explosive in the top of the screen is unfortunately not very useful. It only destroys anything around its immediate vicinity, so it's never going to touch anything that's not like right at the top of the screen, which is usually nothing. Cool little sequence there. Purple guys, as we see in the past, can give me some problems. They have fireballs. We want to avoid that. That was rude. Out of the way of this guy. Our other thing we're trying to avoid is these floorboards. Floorboards do a pretty decent amount of damage, and they can set us back. Oh, he got away. Unfortunate. Flip over to this guy. Ah. Was trying to go for something there, and the other guy got out of the way. Not a huge deal. Just annoying more than anything. Can't get a C button. We got these falling barrels. We're actually going to get some iframes here with slide. No move is able to get you around that as effectively, so we always go for slide there. Cool triple kill setup there. Another section of barrels. I disagree. Grabbing is obnoxious. You'll have these there's countless times where I've had these amazing setups and then I just get grabbed for no reason. New enemy here are the Stone Warriors. We can actually group these guys together pretty easily thanks to shoulder. I missed one. Only one more hit though. So we're getting on out of here to the cave. Cave of Wonders maybe. I'm really not sure. It looks a little dirty. They got this guy. More flip tackling. You're going to see a lot of in this room. Oh, that was nice. That was not. We're going to try to set these guys up here. Nice. They do tend to have a fairly big blast radius as long as they're not completely off the screen. Another section of Stone Warriors here. We got a new strat I'm going to use here. I don't know how I missed the other one, though. Okay, this went south. Unfortunate. Take out that guy. We got pizza coming up, though. The only thing we really have to worry about too much here is those spikes. There's going to be some more that fall in the next segment. Take out these guys. I don't know about that. That seems incorrect. The silver soldiers here have forearm guards that let them block, but they only really let you block like jabs. So we can just dash attack right through that stuff. There we go. That's the setup I wanted. Special gives you iframes that let you just hit everybody. So we get to abuse that. And I missed the input. I didn't think that was going to be on. This is unfortunate. All right, I got to do a little bit of maintenance here. Yeah, that was ugly. Not everything's perfect. What can you do? We're going to move on to our boss here. It's going to be Rocksteady. Classic M&T boss. Actually one of the hardest bosses in the game because he has some really absurd hitboxes that are very much in his favor and not yours. We're going to do a similar execution strat, though, where we're going to go for the flip tackle. A couple shoulders, might get hit. Try and avoid that. If he's doing his tackle there, he's completely invincible, so the less he does that, better off we are. Got to hit him quite a few times there. That was good. Okay. Decent fight there. Only took the one hit, but that fight's just crazy because as you saw him doing kicks from left to right, he actually has a hitbox on both sides of him when he's doing that, so there's a lot you have to avoid there, and he generally will out-prioritize you. It's really, really unfair, but we managed to escape it without a death, so no complaints there.
Good.
On to another awesome stage. This stage has completely original music, which I thought was really cool. Come here. Okay, got the triple kill that time that I wanted. Just more dirtling on enemies here. We are going to see some new enemies here shortly. Triple kill is possible here, but it's kind of hard. Didn't get it. No big deal. I don't know about that, but okay. Okay, so for these enemies here, these foot soldiers die in one hit. It's better to kill them, though, even though they despawn. Lets you actually scroll the screen faster. Okay, these guys are going to pop out of manholes. We can get cool setups with that. Okay. Some flip tackles here. I'm going to ignore the purple guys this time because we only need to kill the blue ones. Scroll all the way off. Get that. What was that? He was in perfect place for me to not hit him. That's super. Got the setup from behind there. So here you have Mousers. Very annoying enemy. They have a really, really strong moveset themselves. They can chain grab you, and they have an anti-air. Managed to make quick work of them there, so we didn't get too impeded. But we'll see more of them later, where they're going to be a lot more annoying. Inside the castle, this is arguably the hardest room in the game. There's a lot of booby traps. Do that for the swag. Can't jump there. You see the spikes in the ceiling. If I jump at any point, I get hit. So we want to avoid that if we can. There we go. Section's really dangerous here. These bamboo shoots can and will hit us like that. I didn't even think I was going to get that far there. So we're going to make use of another part of our moveset here, though. We're going to do the throw. Sliding does help here. It can let us get around these bamboo shoots. So we have to make use of that at some points. More flip tackling. Take out these guys. Oh, yeah, it's on that side. Goof that up a little bit. Shouldn't cost us too much, though. Come on. I don't know how that didn't hit him. Okay. The candles are useful for setups. They only do like one hit worth of damage. I think they do like 10 or 12 on a 17 health. I don't know about that, but okay. Certainly the most dangerous part of the stage. I'm going to talk about it here in a moment. But we are going to get hit by lasers probably a couple times. It's very, very hard not to. You're going to see a lot of sliding, a lot of throwing, but what's really trolly is you have these kunai dudes who basically are there to only make your life hard. Had to go for some impromptu stuff there. That was a little awkward, but managed to take as little damage as I could. Do this. Oh, they do that sometimes. Like, oh, you weren't in my hitbox range. You get hit instead. Alright, on to our boss. Only appearance of Tatsu in any TMNT game. Easiest boss in the game. Essentially all we're going to do is go for dash specials because they hit him twice and they do 16 damage per hit. And we're going to be able to get in 4 hits before he moves to the other side. So that's a good old 64 damage before he moves to the other side. We're just going to keep doing this.
So you don't actually have to defeat his foot shoulders to defeat him.
No, you do not.
So he's lying to us.
That he is. Now, if you end up killing one, he will, he takes time out to taunt, which has iframes, and he spawns more of them. So you actually want to avoid killing foot soldiers. Buddha Shredder leads the way to the cave, which I thought we already were in a cave at one point. So
it's the cave inside the cave.
Caveception.
Deep in here.
So this is actually the hardest stage in the game. Stage 4 is nothing but a boss gauntlet. There's also no pizza here, so we're going to have to conserve health really, really well. In fact, I'm anticipating taking at least 1 death through here. I'm going to swing past these pizza monsters. For the most part, I'm just going to ignore these guys. I'm just going to keep running and waiting for my cue to be able to move. We've got 3 screens of this. I'll be doing not a whole heck of a lot. Music jams though, so that's good. At least get that to listen to. Talk a little bit about the stage. We're going to fight the first 3 bosses all over again in refights. They have a little bit more health and slightly different colored palette swaps. But the strats for all of them are essentially the same. That hasn't really changed.
Oh, come on, we got a reskin?
Yep.
We couldn't even get a new boss?
Player 2 costume.
At least his animation's still fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. He just likes listening to Thriller, man. Actually don't know where he's going to go here. Okay, that's what I thought. Nice. I was hoping I wouldn't get another cycle. I wasn't so sure. Like, he already went the opposite path what I did. Rocksteady's still going to be a pain, so I'm just hoping for cooperation for the most part. Definitely did not get cooperation there. Since you only get 4 hits, unless he brings the gun out. That's the one exception. That was rude. Very unfortunate there. I don't know about it. All right, we're going to have to kind of do some makeshift stuff here. Go for the cheap, simple stuff. I figured I was taking a hit. He was really uncooperative there. And he got into another tackle. That's rude. He is not behaving right now.
That's what happens to Rocksteady sometimes.
Yeah, taking a death on that boss is not that uncommon for me. He's just so obnoxious. And you can't really do that much damage to him because you have to conserve health because of specials. Tatsu's exactly the same. There's like literally no differences. Move up this way. Essentially what I'm trying to do is avoid the foot soldiers because they can grab me and that does drain time. Okay. Pretty solid fight there. I had to do some maneuverability that I wasn't hoping not have to do, but we'll get to move on to our last boss. Another one of the more obnoxious bosses in this title. Baxter Stockman is... There's not really anything random about him. But that said, he can be really obnoxious just because Mousers in this game are kind of overpowered. So this fight can go one of 2 ways. If we're low on health, we're going to do these hop kicks, which don't do much damage, but they are effective in making sure they get the hit and they're fast. The other option we have is to go for special, which I would like to be able to do, but he requires a pretty low center of gravity to even be able to hit with a special. So I got a couple hits in there, but I mean, special's ideal because it does really good damage, but you don't have to be able to get it. Still a decent fight, though. You want to get him as close to the center of the screen as possible when you kill him because that's his despawn point, but we still did okay. Didn't take a death. Got pretty good damage out of specials there. And that's going to move us on to our last stage. We have cleared the gauntlet. This room is really long. it's very, very long. Easily the longest stage in the game. It's essentially a knockoff of Starbase from Turtles in Time. There's going to be lots of different enemy groups. Essentially, I'm just hoping to not make too many mistakes. Didn't really lose much time there because we're going to have these mousers spawn at just as soon as the point where they would just spawn anyway. I said that wrong. So at that section, you have to fight both mousers and foot soldiers. When you kill foot soldiers, it doesn't alter the timing of when the mousers are going to spawn, or like right above. So not killing them quickly is not that much of a detriment. These guys, though, we're just going to be able to slide into. Got some stone warriors here. Tackle them down.
Easy, man.
There we go. Hey, I did it right that time. These guys that tend to want to group up near the top. Getting 4 at once is really good. I don't think I've ever seen 5 happen, but I'm sure it's possible. Or I wouldn't be surprised if it was possible anyway. Get out of here. More mousers. These guys tend to spawn at their leisure, especially the ones that spawn at the top of the screen. Couple quick foot soldier section here. We're going to just do a lot of flip tackles because they're perfectly set up for us, which is nice. The blue guys, you want to make sure you don't get hurt by. They do a lot of damage. I don't know about that, but okay. What? I disagree. That's a good setup, though. Okay. Sometimes they get out of bounds. So the thing about this game is there's not a lot of randomness to it. Enemy spawns are fixed. What's not fixed is enemy behavior. Sometimes they'll go up, sometimes they'll go down, and you can get completely thrown off by that. Really hard room here. Gonna have these ice rays to deal with. You're gonna see me do a lot of movement around. Slide is huge here. Yeah, I made a mistake there. Okay, that was supposed to be a slide, but okay. Guess I just got ignored. Hence what I said earlier about making sure you get the right move at all times. Come here. Quick booby trap section here with these barrels, boulders, some B word. Ideally, what we want to do there is do slide at the beginning of the room to make sure that we're not getting hit. That was just rude, game. They spawned super early there. That was a little off. Cool thing is now I have health back for the next section. We're going to have some stone warriors to deal with, and I'd rather have good health there so I can do specials. Get out of here. All right, set up here. There we go. That's what I wanted the whole time. Got another section of these. Gonna set up here. Need to be a little bit lower there. You want them essentially to all come to you all at once. To avoid these lasers, we're gonna try and group enemies together for throws. That was rude. They do this crap too. They will troll you all day by standing in areas where they won't get hit while you will. It's pretty unrealistic.
This game is really about realism, so I agree. It's not fair.
It's getting crushed here. They know people are watching, I guess. But I was
Channel
telling
your inner
myself anyway.
turtle, man.
There you go.
Be Raphael.
But then I'd be slow because turtles are slow, except this one.
Yeah, Raphael's fast.
All right, so for Krang, this fight only gets really hard if we miss the quick kill. There actually is a quick kill. It's going to let us take care of him very, very fast. So we're going to go for it. Okay, got it.
Nice.
Cool.
That's actually really good.
If you mistime that and he gets out and he gets to fall over the place and act like an idiot, you're going to have a really bad time. So good thing that worked out for us. All right, on to our last part of the end game. Got this elevator that's going to take
Always
us to
the
Shredder.
elevator stage, man.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Got 6 floors of anarchy. Every floor is fixed, but it all requires different strats. Second floor is pretty standard foot soldier floor. Got 2 coming from each side. I'm gonna try and do some grouping like this. Generally tends to work out. What is that? Little off on that one. Sometimes you just stop a little short. Wave of Rodney's here. 2 come from the right side, so I tend to want to run to the right side. Plus, Raph gets his cardio. Look at him just
Gotta do it.
hauling his feet off. He went down. I didn't want him to go down. Okay. reasonable floor there. The second wave was a bit rough. Master floor coming up where all you have to do is just slide to the left and right. They spawn in groups of 3, so it's going to be pretty simple as long as we make sure we do slide and or dash special correctly. Okay. Pretty nice there. Swing away. One last quick wave of foot soldiers that we're going to have here from the top. Hope my slide execution's on point there. I'm going to need it for Shredder. Much better. That was a late hitbox there. Got 3 waves of these guys that are just going to pop up. Our goal is we want to make sure we can take care of all of them before we reach the 3rd door, which we did, so that's cool. If you don't, it actually waits until the 4th door, so you just lose a lot of time for missing a cycle. So on to our final boss. Do be ready on time. It's not a very long boss fight. Last hit is going to be what I'm calling it. So for Super Shredder, there is some RNG to this fight because he has 3 different attacks, and whichever one you get is random. But essentially with good execution, you're always going to be able to make sure you get the hit you need. We're going to start by doing slide, regardless of what he does. You can hit him 5 times before he goes invincible. Wasn't sure that was going to work. That looked a bit off. Give me a lot of red. I don't really like to see a lot of red. Blue's the one you want to see. You get to hit him a lot if he does blue. Pretty cool. All right, time. Cool.
Nice.
That was actually good. I only missed 1 cycle. I don't normally have Super Shredder fights that are that strong. And there he goes. And HyperStone shattered, so now we'll never see it again. Bring back the Statue of Liberty. Oh, wait, that's the other game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's coming back anyway. Never mind.
Well, it's even gone the first place.
He just didn't take it. It's just not there. It's like, oh, it's been restored. Yay, turtles.
Even April looked confused.
What is this mysterious power? Tune in next week on Channel 6 as ... All right, so 2509, not my best run. My PB's like about 30 seconds better than that, but that was still a solid run. A lot of things went well. Some of the deaths were a bit inexcusable, but hope you all enjoyed that, and we're going to see some Pugsy here shortly, so stick around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.